Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. So a huge amount of work has gone into July's release. There's a large number of small improvements and bug fixes on top of what I'm going to go through today. They're all detailed in the Cloud POS release notes on how to. Most of the stuff I'm going to go through today has come from Canny. That's our customer feedback forum, where you can make suggestions and vote on your favourite ideas. So let's get into it. We've improved the layout of the full-size receipt so you can fit more lines onto one page, which is great because it uses less paper when you need to print it. Also for receipts, for the 40-column receipt, we've added the option to exclude the customer's address and phone number. So we know that a lot of shops attach the 40-column receipt to orders that are waiting to be collected or bikes that are ready to be picked up and want to protect their customers' sensitive information. So that's a configuration option that you can set up in back office in registers and label printers, as you can see in the image there on the screen. When a box of items arrive, but you don't know which order it's for, you can go to the item card and see a list of open purchase orders and transfers for the item. That's a common way to find which order the items that have arrived belong to. So now we've added a direct link to goods in for that order, so you can start scanning them in from there. So it's possible to receive and send stock from that stock inquiry pop-out, which is really convenient when that's the way that you found the purchase order. We've also added filters to the goods in grid too, to make it easier to find what you're looking for. This is great for when you've got a big purchase order with loads of items on and you need to find just the few that have arrived. So you can filter by item lookup code, supplier part code, and item description to quickly find the line that you need. You can now add stock level information to the matrix component view so that you can easily see stock levels across all child items in a matrix. So this is really useful for when a customer might call up to ask if you've got an item, say a giant Defy in stock, but they don't know what size they need. Might be a medium, might be a large. So on the matrix item card, you can see local stock available and local stock on hand in the grid. So you'll be able to tell the customer, yes, we've got 2 mediums and a large. That's fine. You can come in and have a look at them both. You will need to add these columns in using the column select button at the bottom of the grid, and that's an easy way to see stock levels across all matrix child items. When the Z report is committed, it can cause a bit of a headache if there's an error there, like a mistype or a human error that means that the Z report doesn't balance when it should. That's something that can't be fixed within POS. It's got to be sorted out at the accounting level. So to reduce the chance of that happening, of those errors getting through and getting committed, we've added a warning that will pop up when there's a discrepancy before the amounts are committed. So you can go back and check and make sure that everything's been typed in correct, and make sure that there's no human errors that have been made there. We've also added the mobile number to the new customer creation pop-up in POS, so you can easily add that information that's more commonly used. It's especially useful to have for communicating with customers quickly about orders and jobs, like sending reminders about workshop bookings. So this is an exciting new feature in this release, that Cloud POS will automatically send workshop booking reminders by SMS and email when that info is present for the customer. So that's enabled by default after the Monday's release. For workshop bookings where the bike hasn't been dropped off yet, and that'll send 2 days before the booking. These settings you can amend and edit in anytime in back office. And it's great for helping to reduce the number of no-shows, to just giving that reminder to people to remember to bring their bike in so they don't kind of miss when they've got their booking. Also in the workshop, we've added a button to switch user. So if you've got more than one mechanic using the same PC and sending text messages to customers, those messages come from whoever's logged in. So being able to switch the user really easily, make sure that those messages come from the right person. And as you can see, that button's just right in the top right of the workshop, so it's really easy to access. We've also added the ability to sort the order of unscheduled jobs in the workshop by due date and by created date. So being able to order those unscheduled jobs by due date is really useful for helping to plan the day, how you're going to approach the work, and helps to find the most urgent job first. You might have seen some communications about the brand new online workshop booking feature that we're working on. As part of this release, the setup fields will become available in Cloud POS. We know a lot of bike shops are particularly keen to use this feature, but are really busy, and we're heading into an even busier time of year. And we don't want to add any more work on. The whole point of Book My Bike In is to reduce admin and those interruptions for bike shops. So we're going to be working closely with bike shops who are using the workshop module over August and September to get them set up. So we're going to be doing the grunt work there. So although the fields are available in Cloud POS, there's no requirement or pressure to do anything just yet. If you do want to learn a bit more about Book My Bike In, the video recording of the sneak peek webinar, which does go into a bit of detail on those setup fields as well, will be on our YouTube channel later today, and there's going to be information on how to, as always, as well. So they're all the highlights from the release on Monday. If you'd like to know more detail on any of these features, you can check out the articles on how to, and of course the support team are always here to help, and the best way to contact them is via live chat. The recording of this webinar will also be uploaded to YouTube later today, so if you'd like to share it with your colleagues, you can do, and that is all. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.